Day 53 found me in Duluth, Minnesota, and I was joined by Todd, who lives in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada. And Todd was going to join me as we headed from Duluth into Canada and then rode across the top of Lake Superior before I would head back into the United States in Vermont. Hold on here. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's rewind a bit. I actually arrived in Duluth on day 52, where I not only was joined by Todd, but also Jason, who lives in Duluth. He took us out on the town, and of course, I got to hear their motorcycle stories.
When I was a kid, my older brother, he was my stepbrother, his dad got him a little 50 Honda off-road bike, and of course I was enthralled with it. Didn't mean he let me ride it, but was enthralled with that. And then my dad got us an Enduro 80, and we kind of putzed around on that a little bit. And then as I matured into high school and stuff, there was a break. Didn't do a lot of it. Got married early in my years and decided I wanted to try it again, so I got a little Suzuki Katana 600 and bebopped around the state in that. Enjoyed it a lot, but then kids get older, life goes on, and those things kind of took a back shelf for a while. And then about 4 years ago, a friend of mine was a big Harley Davidson rider, and I'd started looking at them, I suppose, mid-40s. It's about time to start looking at those types of things. And started shopping for Harleys. My wife said if I'm going to get one, she needs to be on the back and comfortable. So bought a Harley Davidson about 4 years ago. Cruised all over the place in it, Colorado twice, Tucson once, and back. And then recently decided, since so much of the country is dirt roads, I'd try something a little different. So picked up an adventure bike here in the last, this spring. Well, I think it's because it's too easy in a car, for one, and two, I just feel like I'm so much closer to everything around me. The air smells, whatever smells are in the air are just more vibrant when you're there, even if it's going by a cow farm in Texas, right? Everything just smells better. It feels like you're just more aware of everything that's going around you. It's too easy in a car to get complacent and sit there in the big leather seat and not really pay attention to everything that's going on around you. But when you're on a motorcycle, that luxury is gone, but at the other hand, it just makes you feel more alive and like you're part of something that used to be that doesn't seem like it is as much anymore.
Well, just like Jason, I grew up with motorcycles, Honda 70s, Honda 90s, Honda 55s. Always loved bikes, but as you grew older, motorcycling took a back seat. Between school, work, starting a family, all that good stuff. Now, as the kids got older, and it was always something that weighed in the back of my mind. So about 7 years ago, in 2012, I decided to take the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, and I got my license finally. I never had a license before, just dirt bikes. And started riding, and started small with smaller bikes. Now I'm running my Kawasaki Versus 1000 into the bigger bikes, and really enjoying it. So just like Jason was saying, when you're touring, you get to experience the areas more, the smells. Another thing that I find is that when you're touring in a car, there's always people talking in the car. When you're out on your bike, it's just you and the bike, and potentially somebody that's going to kill you at any second. So you have to be very cognizant of everything around you, because it becomes a mere survival thing. And I guess somehow that attracts me and maybe others as well.
So the danger is part of the attraction?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. There is a certain element of danger. Now, we do things to mitigate danger. We wear helmets, we wear protective gear, we practice what we've been trained on constantly, but there is still an extra element of danger there that has some appeal, I think, so.
Well, I think we're back on track now, and it is day 53 again. And Todd and I have left Duluth, Minnesota, and we are making our way around Lake Superior, crossing over into Ontario, Canada. on our 2-day trip going towards Sault Ste. Marie, where Todd lives. The ride around Lake Superior is quite beautiful. Of course, you see great views of the lake itself, but then also you get to see views of the thick forests that line the lake. And this reminds me a lot of my home back in New England. Along with the natural beauty, you occasionally run across things like you see here, which is an iron ore processing facility. Still to this day, the Lake Superior region is the only domestic source of iron ore in the United States. And of course, Todd had to make a stop to allow me to go down and, dip my fingers in the cold water of Old Gitchagumi, according to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, the shining big sea water. Now, while we had a great day riding towards Terrace Bay, I have to say I was a bit tired because Todd and Jason kept me up a little late the night before. We had a great time, but this day was wearing on me a little bit, and I was looking forward to getting in and having a good meal and a good night's sleep. So we're almost to Terrace Bay. We've got 67 miles to go according to my GPS. Actually, I got it working again. I'll tell you about that some other time. But anyway, 67 miles to go, so we're having a coffee because I'm about to fall asleep. So,
don't worry, we'll keep them awake.
Yeah, they'll keep me awake. But I'm going to look forward to getting in there today. Before we got into Terrace Bay, we stopped at the Terry Fox Memorial. Now, if you don't know the story of Terry Fox, I suggest you look it up because it's quite an inspiring story. It's about a young man who, at the age of 18 in 1976, lost his leg to cancer. However, he didn't let that stop him and decided that he wanted to run across Canada. And in 1980, he started to do that. He made it 3,339 miles, 143 days before he started having chest pain and found out that the cancer had spread to his lungs. Terry didn't make it across Canada. However, his effort ended up raising more than $23 million for cancer research. All right, guys, so I'm about to hit the hay for the night, trying to get in bed a little bit earlier tonight than we did last night. Had a great night out with Todd and Jason, but we didn't get to bed until a little bit later. So today we're trying to get in there earlier and then get up on the road as we head into Sault Ste. Marie tomorrow. So we are here at the Drifters Inn and Restaurant in Terrace Bay, Ontario. And let me tell you, I'm pretty impressed with this place so far. It's just this, not a very big place, not a very big inn, but the room is actually pretty nice. All right, everything's been redone recently. It's got a lot of nice pine, tongue and groove paneling on the wall, and a really nice bathroom. I'll show you a picture of that here in a minute. But I said I'm pretty impressed with it. So if you're ever up here, this is a good place to stop. The cost on this is 126 Canadian, so that comes out to be about $94, $95, I think. I don't know the exact exchange rate right now, but that would be about what it is for the US dollar. So I think that's a pretty good value. And the bar and restaurant here was excellent. We had dinner here, and I had a salad, a steak salad, and it was really, really good. And also Todd said he liked his meal as well. So again, this is a good place to stay. All right, going to go to bed now and Touch base with you tomorrow for day 54.